Hello guys, and welcome back to Keep Smiling Adventures. And today, as you can see, we are starting off in the dark, and that is because today, just right now, has turned Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. What does that mean? Well, it means the start of the Rapha Festive 500. Typically done over 8 days, but this is Keep Smiling Adventures, so we are going to do that 500 kilometer ride, 310 mile ride in one go, because well I need to get back for Christmas dinner. I got to cook it. So yeah, 310 miles started at midnight on the 24th of December. I'm going to take you along for the ride. Let's see how we do. So guys, we're just coming through Salisbury. That means we've got about 280 miles to go, so a long way to go yet. On this ride I have one main goal, obviously to finish the ride, but one thing I really want to focus on this ride is not stopping, not getting off the bike. I want my riding time and my elapsed time to be as close together as possible. That's a little 280 mile check-in. Let's continue into the night. It's nice and foggy tonight, you can barely see a thing, so hopefully it gets a little bit clearer. I will also put the route that I am basically following on screen right now, and let's continue. Wow guys, this night is never ending. For most of it I've not been able to see a thing, just been like so foggy, so misty, just yeah, pretty slow going, pretty grueling. Currently got 201 miles to go though, and that means we have completed the first century. Just 2 more to go. I am feeling tired, but that first 100 mile is always a relief to get done. So we've probably got a couple of hours now until the sun starts to rise and I can finally get a bit of daylight riding, because man, starting at midnight is horrible. I just need daylight. I need to be able to see some things, but man, yeah, right. Let's do it, let's get into it. Foggy, foggy, foggy. I feel super sleepy. That's the problem with starting at midnight. You've been up 12 hours now. I've been up now about 12 hours. I tried to sleep as much as I could yesterday, but now, oh, sleepy, sleepy. We might have to find a monster stop a bit later on, I think. Ugh, tired. On the nice country lanes, the fog seems to have sort of gone a bit, at least when you're low. It's pretty nice. Got 172 miles to go. I'm basically now heading towards, heading back towards sort of Oxford, and then from Oxford all the way back to the New Forest, a little loop around the New Forest, and then that's it. So in my head right now, what I'm thinking of just get to Oxford. Probably gonna have to stop and get something to eat. Good old meal deal, I reckon, with a good dirty monster. I am just feeling sleepy. That's the worst. Okay, let's continue. Let's get to Oxford. e-bike. I'm gonna have a cheese and baked bean. I'm gonna have a cheese and baked bean slice. I've done just over 157 miles, I think. Just over halfway, about 155 or so to go. I'm feeling tired. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna get to about Steventon, which is probably another 20-25 miles. I'm gonna stop, have a proper meal deal, a proper meal deal, and then we're gonna crack on. We're gonna make this. We're gonna get this. I think we're gonna get this. I think most of the hard stuff now is sort of gone. There's a section for about 20 to 30 miles that's hilly, but after that it's pretty flowy, and then down to the New Forest, quick loop, and then that should hopefully, fingers crossed, be it. Pretty tired. Cheese slice time. Right, cheesy baked beans pie thingy is in the belly. That was the first time I had actually stopped on this ride so far, apart from one little wee break after 10 hours, 48 minutes. So not too bad. Definitely not going that fast. Only averaging around 15 miles an hour. Pretty rubbish. Last night was just too hard to like descend. Couldn't see a thing. But hopefully now it'll be able to pick up a little bit. Fingers crossed anyway. Right, let's do this Festive 500. It's that kind of time. 180 miles done. I think that means 130 miles to go. Right now I'm just thinking, get it down to the 100, get that 30 miles done, and then it's just another century. Simple stuff. Now, time to eat. Next stop, go through Hungerford. The next stop, Wantage. A few climbs, descend into Hungerford. A bunch of climbs after that, and then hopefully we can make it. There's not much daylight left though, so food time. Feel the monster, baby! I can feel the monster running through my veins. Oh, it's so good. Oh, the power is back. It's amazing what a bit of food can do. When I set out, the first sort of 4 hours I really wasn't enjoying it. All night I really wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't really enjoying it this morning. Now the end is sort of in sight, kind of enjoying it, and I'm ready for 130 miles. Let's do it, guys, let's do it. Not think I was going to get up that hill today, but now we get to descend. Let's do it. See, the rain has joined the party. I've got about 108 miles to go now, guys. I'm just like get that 8 miles and then just one more century, and about 40 miles, 45 miles I'll be in a New Forest, so I know where I am, home turf, the last leg. Come on guys, let's do this. Feeling it, I'm really enjoying this now, even though it is brutal. Guys, I can't believe it, but I think we have just done it. Well, I say think because the Woohoo obviously crashed, so I'm not 100% sure how many miles I've actually done. I'm pretty sure my route was a couple miles over or a mile over, so I'll probably do a couple little laps around my house or something just to top it up, make sure. But let's jump over to the sofa and let's take a look at this epic ride. And we're back. Welcome back to the sofa, guys. Wow, we definitely did it. That ride was quite something. When I left that morning, it was just like so foggy and I couldn't see a thing. My mind was like so just not in it. Like for the whole night, I was like, this is just gonna take so long. Everything was so slow, everything was so slow going. All I could see was my average speed just dropping. And normally when I'm doing rides like 200 to 300, I would typically maybe by the end of it be averaging around the 17 mile an hour, high 16s, but it was already dropped below that and it was just like, oh my God. So in my head, I was already like, I know this is gonna take a long time. And I kept using this cheat. I just kept bribing myself. I said, well, I'll cycle to there, then I'll quit. And then when I got to there, I was like, I'll just go a little bit further, then I'll quit. And somehow I managed to do that basically for the first 200 miles. But after that 200 miles, everything sort of changed. I had something to eat, I had the good old dirty monster, and oh my God, from then on, it was still hard work, but my mind and my mindset had just changed. Everything had just sort of switched and I started enjoying it, enjoying the ride. And I think as well, because I sort of knew where I was and it was just, I was like, yeah. And then obviously the rain came, that made it hard, but we carried on. But let's take a look at the stats. So as you can see here, we did in total 314 miles. So Rapha 500 is obviously 500 kilometers, which is 310 miles. Now I do everything in miles still. And when I was riding, it was like, towards the end, I was like, oh, I really hope I have done enough miles. My Woohoo crashed, I was a bit unsure how many miles I had previously done. I was pretty sure it was like 267, and then I obviously had to stop that ride, end that, save it, and then start again. So in my head I was trying to count, and obviously being up for way over 24 hours at that point, I was just like struggling to actually think how many I had done. But we did 314, so as you can see, we completed the Rapha Festive 500. Now, one of my main goals for this ride was to really just stay on the bike as long as possible. So keeping my elapsed time and moving time as close to possible. Now, before the Woohoo crashed, that was around 14 minutes. So that was at about 267 miles, I think, if I remember correctly, and I'd only stopped for around 40 minutes in total. Now that's including like stopping at red lights and you know, just generally like that kind of stopping, as well as the couple stops I had to get food, stop to eat, but mainly I was eating on the bike. So the total moving time was 21 hours 24 minutes and 23 seconds, and the elapsed time was just a little under 1 hour. So 22 hours, 21 minutes and 8 seconds. I think actual stopping to eat and actually off the bike was probably more closer to like 45 minutes, something like that. The other 15 minutes-ish would have been like just coming through places, having to actually stop at places like lights and stuff like that. But yeah, we completed the Rapha Festive 500, and well, it was a brutal but a fun challenge to do in one day. Now guys, I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope you all have a great new year. I will see you in the next adventure. Keep smiling, enjoy the adventure. Peace.